Hello, beautiful people, and this video is about how all of us have perceived healing in such a wrong way, and we are definitely not healing the way we think that we are healing. Okay, and you will get it. Okay, and I'm sure you are going to realize that how really you can heal by the end of this video and what you should not do, because we really get all of the stuff that what we should do, but what we shouldn't do is really not given to us at this point of time. And this anything that I'm going to say in this video is through experience. Okay, and I have really just made a lot of mistakes in my past, you can say, and I don't regret them, to be honest, because I learned the way I learned, and I'm sharing them to you just because I learned them. But I am sharing them because I don't want you to repeat them. And if you are doing those things, I really want you to just realize that you are doing them and do the inner work according to that. Okay, so let's just start. Okay, first of all, what should be the healing? Okay, the healing should be the not the result but the journey in which you really come to yourself again, to yourself the way you were as a child, the way you were happy, you were satisfied with your life, you were living a life. Even if you are sad, you are disappointed, or you are just not achieving the things, but when you were child, you just feel the emotions, you felt the emotions, you absorb them, you cry at bad situation, and then you go along with life again as happy and as cheerful. Okay, and then to the next thing, this was most of our childhood. Okay, and when we were abused in a severe way, when life hits sometimes, you know, we have to heal from many different things. Everyone's journey is different. Sometimes the abuse is very high, sometimes it's just single incidents that just took space into your mind that you need healing from. But I am speaking generally, and you know what you have to do, you will know what you have to do by the end of this video. But you know the what the modern healing suggests is you self isolate yourself, you just work on your goals, you don't show any emotions, you are not allowed to socialize, you are not allowed to be happy, you are just going to keep yourself in a box, and you are not going to give access to the people around you to yourself, or you will be like someone who is not even a little bit interested in life. And this is the modern day healing. This is what we were taught, that healing should look like this. And to be real, healing should be looking very different to everyone. Okay, healing is something that is very triggering, that is really a very triggering and very subjective thing. Okay, you know what happens when you get abused by someone, or anyone, you get abused by someone in your past, and now you really feel like there is no good human left on the earth, and you self isolate yourself, and you're like, okay, now I'm healed. You are not healed, you have kept yourself in a box, you are not getting triggered by anything, you are not living a life. That's why you think you have the control on your emotions. Okay, most of the modern day healing is that you self isolate yourself, you keep yourself in a box, you behave like, this is how healing looks like, so I'm going to behave like this. I'm going to be a person who is really calm. But calm is not something that is healing. Calm is like, I am not going to interact to anyone so that I'm not losing my peace. And in this term, the peace is something that you are not reacting, you are not crying, you are not feeling anything, because you are not giving yourself the chance to feel. Okay, and when you are not out there living your life, when there are not bad people who are triggering you, who are getting on your nerves, who are really, what happened to me when I just let myself out of the box is that I really get so triggered by all of the people around me. And you know what? Allah made me realize that this is what I used to do. I mean, I really encountered so many people in my environment that were doing the things that I used to do, and they were really triggering me. They were triggering me to my core, and I felt so frustrated. I felt so really just out of my mind. Okay, I can't explain it. I really felt so out of my mind that how am I going to deal with this stuff? Like, I felt like, is this how people are? And I'm just, I can't. Okay, I can't. I used to feel like this, but when I really just saw those people, and I worked on my toxic traits that they were mirroring in front of me, and I really just, it went as a cycle. Okay, I saw someone behaving like me in my environment, I saw where it is coming from, I worked through it, I did so much inner work. Okay, I have journals filled with inner work. Okay, I did that, and I found the core of all those things. I found what I should have to do in order to let this all go, and then I let go of control. Okay, and then another thing triggered me, and then I did all of the cycle again. And then what happens that really I still get triggered by some things, but the trigger is normal. It's not like something that is very overwhelming. It's like, okay, I know this is wrong, there is something wrong with me, but I can deal with it. This is life, and life have its up and downs, and living the life, feeling the emotions, having problems, and having the opportunity to solve them, being sad, being happy, is healing. Okay, getting triggered is healing, because by getting triggered you really realize what is wrong with you. Not by being in a box, not by self isolating yourself, not by having a plaster of mask that looks like a calm, but there are just chaos inside. There are unhealed things that are not on surface. And you know what will happen when you let those unhealed things go? You can have the calm facade for some period of time, but you, for example, your family is toxic. Okay, very toxic and very abusive, to the point that you can't even deal with them, you can't live a life. You are like, okay, I'm not going to engage with any person. That's it. Okay, now you have put yourself in a box for years and years, and then you get in a relationship with a partner, and you want to work out a life with them, but you realize that they are triggering you a lot. Okay, they are like, they want you to work on this, they want you to communicate your feelings, but you have put yourself in a box for so long that you don't even know now how to communicate. Okay, how to communicate, how to tell your feelings directly to the person. You are like, no, I'm not going to tell the person that how I'm feeling. I'm just going to shut up and put myself in a box. This is their responsibility to realize what I am feeling. And boom, you have unlocked the generational trauma. You became the person who abused you at a time. Okay, just because you kept yourself in a box, and you never really realize how to heal those things. Okay, you never really give yourself the chance to heal, and now you think that when the other person take a stand for themselves, you think that they are toxic, okay, they are really not getting you, and then you just leave them, and now you get in with another partner, and again the cycle repeats, because the cycle will repeat itself until you get to really heal it. And by healing, I mean getting triggered by it, being sad, being irritated, letting yourself feel all those emotions, and working yourself and being like, okay, I am human, I can feel this stuff. I have bottled up all of these things for a long period of time, and I can release them one by one. And that's it. That's it. You have to realize what is this, where it is coming from, what you can do to change this thing. And what example can I take with it? Mm, you have the kind of thing that I can relate to. You have a mother figure that is really, irritated, okay, who is very, you haven't done this, you haven't done that, you are this, you are that, you can't do anything properly, and you have a mother figure like that in your household, okay, and you realize that they are doing this because they haven't gotten any appreciation for anything that she used to do, and now you find yourself um, being irritated at others. For example, you can say that you are irritated towards your siblings, and it's very normal if you are irritated towards your sibling, because if you have grown in a household where there are siblings, we do crazy stuff. Okay, this is really very normal. But you get over irritated by your siblings to the fact that you really try to control their every action, like, you shouldn't do this and that, you shouldn't put this here, you should put that here, and you are every time controlling their actions, controlling their life, and you will find yourself being like the mother figure who used to be irritated at small stuff at you, okay. Now what you can do is, you now realize that I am becoming someone that I don't want to become, and this is not nice. I should be in control of my life as much as I can control, but not in the control of others' life or their activities. This is completely wrong. Now what you can do is change. Like, your siblings have put something in in a place where it isn't supposed to be. Instead of getting irritated, instead of yelling at them, you can just take this stuff and put it in a place where it belongs, okay. And when you all sit together, you can say to them that, I really don't like your habit of putting things out of their place, and they will realize it themselves that this is a bad habit, I should change that. And even if they don't change that, realize that you are not going to live with anyone permanently, okay. And when they change their habit, you have changed your habit too, okay. You have broken that curse where you were going to be the person who you never wanted to be, and now you acted differently, you behaved maturely, you have felt that, you now know where the trigger is coming from, and you acted differently. You didn't act on your impulse, and that's where true healing occurs, okay. When you realize that where it is coming from, instead of keeping yourself in a box, being like, people are bad, people are irritated, I can't, or I don't want to, or everyone is bad, because, and even if you feel this is really very normal, because, you know it's not easy. When you get your heart broken, you get abused, you get, trauma at a very young age, I can totally understand. It is really not easy to just have a very normal life at a first glance, but, the best you can do is try. The best we can do is live our lives and be the person that we never wanted to be. And this is really a revenge. Okay, this is really a revenge when the other person wanted you to get broken, to get like them. Okay, you have broken the cycle and you are like, you know what, I am better than you and I will make my life better than you and I will experience all the emotions. You know, someone really close to me said to me that it is waste of time to feel care or love for anyone in this day and age. And I was like, this is completely wrong. I can really realize the situation of that person, and I know that they have gone through something worse, and I have gone through that too. And they are, they never loved. Okay, you can say that they only love me till now. Okay, so they have really never cared for anyone in that, in a very deep way. And after my journey, when I really put myself in a box and then I realized that what I did wrong, I really had so much love in my heart for all of the people I care about. Like, I really don't know where the love is coming from and how I even have this. Okay, but I really have so much. Yes, those people disappoint me many times. The people who I love, they really disappoint me so many times. They really make me feel irritated. They really make me feel dumb sometimes for loving them. But the feeling of loving someone is really so rare and so fulfilling that I don't have to control them. They can be a normal human being and disappoint me. I can be a normal human being and disappoint them and still feel love for them. I mean, we don't have to perfect. We don't have to be perfect to love someone or to get loved by someone. Okay, this is a misconception that we have in healing, that you know what, I have to be perfect. You know what, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be doing that. I shouldn't be making mistake. I have to be perfect. If you are operating on this level, just remember that you are not healing. You are getting, you are taking out all the frustration that is bottling up inside of you on yourself. Okay, this is what is happening. And I hope that you realize what do you have to improve in your life in order to truly heal. And just get this in your head that healing is not a final state. It was never about being at a final stand. Okay, and there is no trophy that you are getting for healing. Healing is a journey in which you feel up and downs, in which you are going to feel disappointment, sadness. You will cry so many times, and you will also feel happiness, love and joy and gratitude, all of this stuff. And it is life. Okay, so heal and enjoy your life. And if there are any questions that you have regarding anything that I said in this video, please leave your comments and I'll try to answer them. And any of the content ideas, please leave them too. Okay, thank you very much for watching and bye bye.